Hello student, welcome to the YouTube channel Reaction Concept. Student, we have already discussed three colligative property. The first one is the relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point. Okay, this one is the last colligative property of solution, that is osmotic pressure of a solution. So I hope you guys are doing well in your home, and lockdown period is also extended up to 17th of May of this month. Okay, so your study should be goes on this slide. So today we'll discuss about osmotic pressure. Before starting osmotic pressure of a solution, we should know the osmosis. What is osmosis of a solution? This is a physical process, physical phenomenon. So let us see what is osmosis. Suppose you have two solutions arranged in such a way that, suppose you have a solution, these two solutions are there. Okay, this is solution 1 with low concentration. This is solution 2 with high concentration. And these two solutions are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. What? It is a semi-permeable membrane. This semi-permeable membrane has a characteristic that it allows only solvent molecule to pass through it. Okay, it does not allow the solute molecule of the solution. So you see, this is a low concentration solution, it is a high concentration solution, and because of this concentration difference there will be a concentration gradient. There is a difference in the concentration. Because of this concentration gradient, both of these two solutions now try to both of these solutions will try to nullify this concentration difference or concentration gradient. Okay, because of this tendency, the higher concentration solution will try to minimize its concentration, whereas the low concentration solution, it will try to increase its concentration by anyhow. Okay, for this, the solvent molecule from the low concentration solution now will pass through the semi-permeable membrane to the high concentration solution. Only the solvent molecule, that is water molecule. And this flow of solvent molecule through a semi-permeable membrane from the low concentration solution to high concentration solution to nullify this concentration gradient is called osmosis. So if we try to define the osmosis, it is the process in which the solvent molecule, it is the flow of solvent molecule through a semi-permeable membrane from low concentration to high concentration. Okay, that is called osmosis. You see, in osmosis what happens? When the solvent molecule will flow from the low concentration to high concentration, the concentration of this solution will now start to decrease. And the height of this solution will increase because solvent molecule have passed through it. So height will increase. Okay, suppose it increase up to h. So it will exert an upward hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic pressure of h, rho and g. It is the density of the solution and it is the gravitational force. Okay, you already studied this thing in physics, how to calculate this pressure, hydrostatic pressure. Okay, as this osmosis process keeps on going, you have to stop it. Okay, to stop this process you have to exert an external pressure on the surface of this solution. Okay, this pressure should be equal to this hydrostatic pressure. The amount of pressure that you should apply to stop this osmosis pressure, to stop the osmosis, is called osmotic pressure. Okay, so what is osmotic pressure? It is the amount of external pressure that should be exerted on the surface of the solution to stop the osmosis process is called osmosis pressure. It is found that this osmosis, it is generally represented by pi. This osmotic pressure pi, it is directly proportional to the concentration of the solution and temperature of the solution. Okay, so you can write pi equal to R into C into T, where R is the solution constant. Okay, this value is equal to the gas constant. It will also equal to the gas constant, okay, of ideal gas equation. If we introduce the Van 't Hoff factor, then it will be I into C into R into T. So this equation is called Van 't Hoff equation of solution. Okay, so where pi is the osmotic pressure. So if we draw a graph between pi and T, pi, this phi and T, then we will get a straight line like this, straight line of pi versus T graph, where it will go through the origin of this graph, and slope of the graph, it is tan theta m equal to I into C into R. Okay, this would be the pi versus T graph for osmotic pressure of a Now we'll see the osmotic pressure of mixtures of solution. That is, when we add more than one solution, then what will be the osmotic pressure of the mixture solution. Okay, suppose you have a solution, two solutions, that is solution 1 and solution 2. This solution have a osmotic pressure of pi 1 and this would have pi 2. Okay, volume of this solution, it is V1, it is V2. Suppose we mix these two solutions and we will get a resultant solution with resultant osmotic pressure pi R and volume of V. For this mixture, we have an equation, that is pi R into VR equal to pi 1 V1 pi 2 V2. Okay, this would be the equation for the mixtures when we mix two solution with osmotic pressure pi 1 and pi 2. But when we, you see, here we have mixed both of these two solutions, but when we separate these two solutions by a semi-permeable membrane, suppose here solution 1 and solution 2 is there. Okay, pi 1 pi 2. Okay, if this pi 1, the osmotic pressure of the first solution is greater than pi 2, it is a semi-permeable membrane. Both the solutions are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. Then this solution with pi 1 osmotic pressure is said to be as hypertonic solution. What? It is called hypertonic solution. And the other solution with low osmotic pressure, it would be called as hypotonic solution. So in such case, if we separate these two solutions by a semi-permeable membrane, then solvent molecule will flow from the hypotonic solution to the hypertonic solution. Okay, this way solvent molecule will flow. But if the osmotic pressure, that is pi 1, if pi 1 equal to pi 2, then both the solutions will be called as isotonic solution. Would be called as isotonic solution. These three terms you should know. What is hypertonic solution, what is hypotonic solution, and what is isotonic solution. In isotonic solution, both the osmotic pressure of these two solutions would be equal to each other. Whereas when these two are not equal, then solution with higher osmotic pressure would be said as hypertonic solution, and the solution with low osmotic pressure would be called as hypotonic solution. Okay, these three things you should know. Now we'll discuss about a very miscellaneous type of concept from colligative properties. I have included this part on the osmotic pressure itself because I am not making an extra video from this. So what would be the topic? It is the colligative properties of solution containing more than one solute. Okay, here we are considering there is a one solution, okay, but the solute here, it is more than one. Okay, a solute may be A, B, C. Okay, there are more than one solute is there in the solution. So there would be two cases. In such case, the solute molecule may be reactive to each other. Okay, this solute molecule can react to each other, but other case also there, they might be unreactive to each other. Okay, in the first case, if these solute are reactive to each other, that it reacts with each other, then the reactions will be provided to you. In the question, there would be reactions would be here. Okay, we are not discussing the reactive part, we are discussing the unreactive part. If the solute molecules are unreactive, then what will happen to the colligative property? That part we will see here. In such case, for a solution containing more than one solute, the colligative property of such solution, that is the resultant colligative property or total colligative property, it is generally given by summation of I from 1 tends to n, where is the I is the number of solute. Okay, it is colligative property of I. Okay, where I is the solute, type of solute or number of solutes. Okay, so let us see all the colligative property. For lowering of vapor pressure, the total colligative property for such solution would be, suppose here we consider n equal to 2. Okay, that is there are two solutes are there. Okay, in such case, if we have two solutes, then lowering of vapor pressure of a solution would be P naught I1 mole fraction of solute 1 plus I2 and mole fraction of solute 2. This should be the first. The second one, depression of freezing point of the total solution, it would be given by Kf I1 for the first solute into molality of the first solute plus I2 into M2, whereas del TB total, it would be Kb I1 M1 I2 M2. Okay. The third colligative property, that is osmotic pressure, for such a solution would be pi 1 plus pi 2, whereas pi 1 can be represented as RT I1 C1 I2 C2. Okay, so these are the colligative properties expression for such a solution where there are more than one solute are there, and these solutes are non-reactive, okay, unreactive. We'll discuss some problem based on such concept, okay, then it will be very clear to you. Okay, so I hope guys you have understand all the things I have discussed in this class. So if you have any doubt regarding this class, you can ask me on the comment section below by dropping your doubt as a comment. So that's it for the today's class. So if you like this video, then give a big thumbs up to this video, and if you're new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe our channel. Press the bell icon for instant notification. Thank you.